You know Rome controlled money. But who ruled it long before Rome even existed? In ancient Mesopotamia, inside dark stone temples, priests weren't just praying. They were lenders carving debt into wet clay tablets for kings, merchants, and farmers. Each symbol meant a family, a harvest, a lifetime promised away. Miss a payment, and you didn't just lose your grain. You could lose your land or even your children. The pressure grew so heavy that even kings became afraid of the numbers written in clay when the record books threatened to explode. They did the unthinkable. They wiped the slate clean, erased the debts, and set the chained free, not out of kindness, but to stop their kingdoms from tearing themselves apart. Long before Roman people weren't ruled by coins or paper. They were ruled by obligation, baked into clay. What kind of society needs all debts erased just to survive? In Mesopotamia, debt was a slow-burning fuse. Each season, interest grew. Each bad harvest tightened the rope around the poor. Families slipped into servitude. Fields changed owners. Tension built in silence under the weight of clay tablets. The kings watched this, and they were afraid. So they did something almost unthinkable today. They erased the record. They declared debt jubilees, wiping tablets clean, freeing slaves, returning land. Not because they were merciful, but because the system they created was about to devour them too. If even kings feared debt, what were they really afraid of? Paper money wasn't invented by bankers. It was invented by desperation. In ancient China, iron coins were heavy, slow, exhausting. Merchants dragged wealth in sacks and wooden carts. Trade moved at the weight of metal. So they tried something new. They wrote value on paper. Receipts for real coins, easy to carry, easy to trade. At first it felt like magic, lighter, faster, safer. Then the state noticed. If value could be printed, why not print more? So it did. Prices surged, savings dissolved. Fortunes built over generations, vanished in a few years. The world had just seen one of the first great inflations, born not from scarcity but from paper. Why did the first coins in history carry the face of a lion? In Lydia, gold and silver were fused into electrum and struck into small, standard pieces of metal. For the first time, the value had a fixed shape, but the lion stamped on those coins was not decoration, it was a signature. It said, this metal comes from the king, this value is backed by his power. Every trade, every payment, every hand that passed that coin also carried his symbol. Coins were not born as neutral money, they were born as moving propaganda, tiny messages of authority circulating through daily life. From the very beginning, money asked you to trust the face behind it. Can a mine win a war? In ancient Athens, power started underground. Deep in the Laurian mines, workers chipped silver out of the rock. That silver was hammered into coins, poured into warships, and rode into history. It paid thousands of oarsmen. It built a navy that could challenge empires, far larger than Athens itself. When triremes clashed at sea, it wasn't just wood and bronze colliding. It was treasury versus treasury. The mine was a heartbeat. As long as silver flowed, Athens could gamble, fight, and dream bigger. But when the silver veins ran thin, how long could its power really last? What happens to a civilization when food becomes currency? In ancient Egypt, grain wasn't just a crop. It was a unit of value. Workers were paid in measured portions. Debts were written in sacks of wheat. Granaries became vaults, storing not only food but power. When the Nile flooded well, the silos overflowed, and the kingdom thrived. When the river failed, those same silos decided who ate and who starved. The officials holding the keys to the grain held a quiet and terrifying authority. Their ledgers could reshape lives as surely as any royal decree. In a world where food is money, who truly rules dash dash? The one crowned or the one guarding the granary? What if Rome didn't invent the money system? It weaponized it. By the time Rome rose, the rules of money were old, but Rome learned to bend those rules without seeming to break them. In the mint halls, coins once rang, with a clear metal sound. Then, slowly, that sound changed. Edges grew thinner, cores grew weaker. Silver content dropped while the emperor's face stayed proudly the same. To the eye, nothing had changed, and to the ear, everything had. Rome could pay its legions and fund its games with coins that looked strong, but were hollowing out inside. Citizens trusted the image and missed the missing metal. Rome didn't create money, it mastered the art of quietly diluting it. If ancient empires fought for money, what are modern nations fighting for now? From Mesopotamia's temples of debt to China's fragile paper, promises from Lydia's lion-stamped coins to Egypt's grain-filled granaries, from the silver veins of Athens to the debased coins of Rome. One pattern never really changed. Money is never neutral. It is designed, directed, and controlled, not by accident, but by those who understand exactly what it can do. For 5,000 years, civilizations have risen and collapsed around this quiet axis of power. Today, the symbols are digital, the screens are brighter, the ledgers are silent. But the old question remains, who controls money today? And the darker one, why do we still barely notice?